Whenever you're ready.
In the movie, Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. Friends Harold and Kumar have a sudden craving for White Castle, and suddenly they're on an adventure. And somewhere along the way, it just becomes a comedy because they get distracted, or if not, held up in certain situations that they shouldn't be. And this might have a little bit to do about them using drugs on the way over there. Today I'll be talking to you about drug abuse in general, but mostly about the Molly or ecstasy or MDMA, whichever you guys prefer to call it. And then I'll also talk to you about how you can get help, tips like that. But this is a big topic to me because I never really knew my mother. I lost my mom to drug abuse. I was taken into my grandmother's custody around the age of 2, and then I was told that I had a mother at the age of 10, but that was at her funeral. Benefits is hopefully you guys can stay away from drugs. Something you can pick up from here and just not thinking about it. Drugs negatively affected Harold and Kumar on their way to the restaurant, right, to the fast food place. But just like it negatively affected them, Molly's can negatively affect you. Studies show that Molly today is a popular drug known as the club drug. Today I'll talk to you about how music in general just glorifies the drug. And also I'll be talking to you about a tragic event that happened at the Zedd concert in Boston. According to the Huffington Post, the drug Molly and stuff like that is made a huge reference in certain songs like Trinidad James's what's it called? Gold something, I forgot what it's called. And he said, "Pop the Molly, I'm sweating." So there's stuff like that, and also Miley Cyrus says a couple words about it, and even Rihanna and Diamonds. So it's pretty much everywhere, and it's something that just became so popular suddenly. I mean, it's been around for a while, especially, like I said, it's known as a club drug. And now with dance music and all these other things becoming popularized, it's starting to take over the globe. And Brian Bellew of the Boston Globe talked about 19-year-old Brittany Flanagan, who died at a Zedd concert. She went with her sister and a couple friends and was offered a Molly. It turned out to be a bad Molly, and she suddenly just died and collapsed in the middle of the concert. So I talked to you about how today's media, mainly music, the drug is glorified, and also how taking this drug can sometimes cause, bad reactions, lead to death, if anything. Now, in the movie, Kumar's dad told him that he was wasting time by taking drugs, and that he can use his time to study to become a doctor. Now, I do believe that taking drugs is somewhat a waste of time. I just want to tell you that there is help out there, that if you cannot control it, there is help out there for you guys to seek. I'll tell you about certain sites that you guys can visit, and a certain hotline you guys can talk to about getting help if that's what you need. And also, I'll give you tips to stay away from drugs if that's needed also. There's multiple sites out there, but certain ones that stood out to me were drugfree.org, that talked about how you can go on this site and post anonymous, stories and stuff like that, and get help if you need it. And you can totally just do it without, putting your identity out there or anything like that. And it's totally free. And there's also helpguide.org that talks about the different reactions drugs may have on your body, and also how you can get specific help for those sort of abuses, if anything. And then the last thing is nyc.org. And at this place, you can go to the human health section and go to substance abuse. And from there, you can go to specific groups in the city, if anything. If you guys are willing to do this and talk to people about this and, you know, see if this is for you, you know, getting help, if this is for you, if you really do need it. And then, you know, just for those people who don't take drugs, you can also do this one step I'm going to tell you. This would also help the people who do. You don't have to tell me who you are, but this may sound cheesy, but you can just say no. I know this is super cheesy, and I may not have anything to really back this up, but it really, just saying no really does help. You know, if the people who are not taking drugs, peer pressure is still out there, and if anything, if you're offered, you can just say no, no thank you. You know, and if they persist, you can just walk away. That's a big thing. You can definitely do that. And then as for the people who do take drugs, try to just slow it down. You know, take a step back. It's not a huge dependency if you just start saying, no, I don't really need this, you know. And I also tried to help a friend because basically all through high school he would take marijuana, and slowly I started to notice that he just, like, the friendship that we built wasn't the same. And one time I just told him that, you know, you doing this just didn't help me. Like, I don't feel connected to you anymore. And then he quoted Kendrick Lamar, which was B, don't kill my vibe, which was a pretty messed up thing to do, but I think this just shows that, you know, these things you don't really need. Just say no. And okay, so I talked to you about certain sites that you can go to and the power of just saying no. But Harold Kumar made it to White Castle, but they sadly found out that they didn't have money. I too have reached the end of my speech. In conclusion, today's problem is that the Mali is being glorified in certain music and all that stuff, and can lead to tragedy. And then also, just basically just get help if you need it. You know, also just say no, just stop using it. And then, just like Harold and Kumar, you too can go on an adventure, but don't use drugs to get there.